Hey there, how's it going? What's up, everybody? Irish Orangutan is back to pass along what you need to know to get better at Madden and grow your MUT team. Enjoy the show.
Today, I am happy to be able to bring you another top 10. In the past, we looked at some of the most dynamic players that are on the offense, and today we'll be looking at the players that will be able to get those dynamic players the ball. We did not have any quarterbacks on that list. They're a little bit different than those skill position or kind of larger players, so this is just something that I wanted to do a little bit separately. And to get things started off, we have Otto Graham here on the left side. He comes in at number 10. He is a great winner. I was excited that he came out, to be perfectly honest, and that his throw under pressure and deep accuracy are as good as what they are. Back in his time, they didn't have as many dynamic routes, so really having him be a West Coast quarterback wouldn't have made a lot of sense. But they did a few things to make him stand out in what he did. He's a little bit slower, kind of now for the top end quarterbacks, since he isn't. Maybe, well, he's actually pretty close to elite because he hits most of the thresholds, actually all the thresholds plus. So with his deep accuracy, he's very great at that. He's just a little bit slower than some of the scramblers that we'll be looking at here in just a minute. But the thing that he has that is extra special on him is his trucking. It is just better than every other quarterback out there. It's just kind of special to see. I did want to go down and look at one other thing. Of course, it was up there. Oh, and another thing that really stands out with that trucking is his carrying. It's 85. It really is able to allow you to be able to scramble a little bit more and not have to worry. And he's able to actually run over people and not lose the ball as consistently. He is a quarterback, so the chances are higher than your halfback, but it's a lot higher than a Michael Vick or a Mahomes, as you can see. Even Aaron Rodgers, as you can see there as well. Even Steve Young, 54. Terod, just bad examples, but just wanted to let you know that it is significantly better than everybody else. So if that's something that you really worry about, maybe this is the quarterback that you want. Coming in at number 9, we have Josh Allen. His 97 throw power is just something that comes stock and is very rare. He has kind of a rare blend of kind of a gunslinger and a scrambler. Not always the same thing, but he has it, to be honest. He's able to throw the ball through the side of a barn, and he's fast enough to get away from pretty much every defensive lineman unless you face up against Julius Peppers, Cleo Mack, players like that. But still, if you have a couple yards on him, you might be able to get away. That pursuit's always nasty and doesn't help you the best, but he's decent at play action as well. As you can see, a little bit better than Mahomes even. Not going to hit every threshold, but it's going to be darn close. His deep accuracy needs to be juiced a little bit. If you're playing with the Bills team, he honestly could be great for you because you could get that there. This really is a great budget quarterback at this time as the market really has crashed. So this could be a player that you want to go out and get and have a lot of fun with. Him being 6'5", really a great option. So really consider him if you're just getting started. At number 8, we have Russell Wilson. He is kind of dynamic in what he is able to do. The one knock on him is you can't all that easily come up his deep accuracy unless you have John Madden power him up and also have go deep chemistry on him. So you will have to invest a little bit, but if Russell Wilson is your favorite player, you can get that to the 90. That does actually help his throw power as well, which is one of the only other knocks on him. He's very good at getting away from players, with his speed and agility. He is one of those players that you might be able to use a little bit differently. His spin move and juke move are a little bit down. So once you get him in the open field, you probably want to get him down on the ground. So he's probably not going to be able to juke or spin around elite players, so getting him down might be the best option for you. But he really is a lot of fun to play with. Um, I found that he is a little bit different because if you put something special on him and he starts throwing the ball side arm, he's probably going to hit a lot of people in the back of the head. So just make sure you're able to find spots with that. Um, just the only knock on him, um, besides his deep accuracy being a little bit expensive to bolster up all the way, the rest of the quarterbacks on this list um, are very elite. You just have to do a little bit extra with Russell Wilson to make him to that elite level. At number 7, we have Donovan McNabb. He has the ability to kind of roll out and be a great quarterback if you throw a little bit of go deep on him. He has a little bit better speed and running stats than Russell Wilson, and he's able to really chuck the ball down the field. If you're an Eagles, Redskins, or Vikings fan, you're able to do a little bit extra with him since he played for all three of those teams. If you play the gauntlet, you're able to get him for just some of your time. He really is probably the best runner outside of Vic just because of some of his backup stats. He's able to juke and do some extra things down the field. He's one of those quarterbacks that has a lower carrying, so make sure you don't get hit. But he has 82 elusiveness, 91 spin move, 91 juke move. So if you like running with your quarterback, he's someone to really consider, especially if you're building up your team. His value has went down significantly, so just something to think about as well. Coming in at number 6, the best probably pure passer in the game right now in Drew Brees. He is really great at sitting in the pocket. They gave him some 71 speed, so he can probably run for a couple yards if you really, really need it. If you power him all the way up, his throw under pressure gets to 99, so anyone pretty much in his face is negligible. So if you're a pocket passing player, if you like doing some West Coast things, and really he can get the ball down the field. If you go deep on him, he really can throw every pass that you need him to. He is only 6 foot tall, so just be cognizant of that on some of the drags that you do throw. If he was a little bit faster, he would be much higher on the list, but you need to be able to move a little bit. The way blitzes are coming and the way um, people are getting much, much faster. I was saying that some of the 86s could get away from defensive linemen, and that is true unless you have the 96 plus defensive linemen. Below that, there's really like a speed threshold, and there was with McNabb and Mahomes. As you can see, Mahomes is 81 speed, and his next card it's 88. So once you get above those kind of overalls, the speed really does boost up. So that is something to consider. Drew Brees is just never going to have that speed, but he is perfect at throwing the ball everywhere that you need him to. At number 5, we have John Elway. He has a little bit more legs than what we saw in Drew Brees, and he's able to do a lot of the other things that Drew Brees is able to do at 6'3". Doesn't have a lot of knocks on him. This is the Super Bowl past Elway. There's not a power up at this point, so that is kind of a little bit of a knock on him. So you can't do some of the things that you might want to, because if you get him in the 98, he does double chemistries and things of that nature. Really a great quarterback, more of a pocket quarterback as players continue to get faster. But if you go deep on him, which is a reoccurring theme, if you don't have a lot of other chemistries and you don't have a 98 overall quarterback, then go deep is definitely your answer because it really helps bolster the throw power and some of the other attributes that you really need. But with a go deep, he'll be at 98 throw power and 99 deep accuracy. So if you love running those deep routes, this is probably the quarterback that you want to go out and get. Coming in at number 4, we had to do something a little bit differently as his card was not actually up on the block. Either enough people wanted him or all the people that had him decided to quick sell the card that they did get. And they're just going to use a little bit of coin or training to be able to get him next week. But as you can see, he is absolutely crazy at throwing the ball short. He's able to do some play action things. So if you like running the ball a lot of the time, he could be a quarterback that you want because he's going to be able to throw the ball deep with a 97 throw power. Basically, be able to hit everything short and confuse everybody that is trying to look to see if it is a pass or a run. He has some of the running stats that you really need and some of that athleticism that you saw coming out of college. So this might be a player that you want to go out and get with a 95 awareness. If you're a Colts fan, this is probably your number one quarterback because he is great at what he does. His deep and mid accuracy are a little bit lower, which is a little bit of a knock, but it's not the worst knock to be perfectly honest, because they're definitely going to be able to chem up to where you need to get them. If you have Madden passing, which if you're going to be getting a 90 overall quarterback, 98 overall quarterback, you're probably going to be having some chemistries and have invested quite a bit in the game. So if you do that, you'll be able to get him to that threshold, and then you can work on some other things and get that play action up to 98, 99. Coming in at number 3, Steve Young. One of the main reasons I have him this high is because of how often I see him in weekend league and playing in head-to-head seasons and how well people are actually able to use him. He has, as you can see, all of his passing stats 92 or above, and his speed is quite good as well with 86. If you are able to do something extra special with the Buccaneers or 49ers, which was the easy one since he had that uniform on, you are able to get his speed crazy high and thrown to Jerry Rice and Terrell Owens with some of those chems would be absolutely dynamic. But just rolling out of the box as he is, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the game. He is left-handed, so that is something to consider, but he is absolutely great, especially if you're able to power him up at what he is able to do. He is the probably best West Coast scrambler in the game. So just something that you need to consider if you like throwing some of those short routes. He doesn't have necessarily the throw power that you want, but all those short routes, they're going to be right on the money every single time. Coming in at number 2, Michael Vick. If you are able to chem him up all of the way, you might want to consider him your quarterback. And if you can get over him being left-handed, he definitely is someone to consider as well. He is great, to be honest. His throw power is 99, chemmed up, and just he hits every throw that you really want, unless you're trying to go for the mid accuracy throw, which is a little bit bothersome to be honest, but it's something that we're working with and going to be able to get through. Um, Mahomes is going to be my quarterback of the future after we get that upgrade, but we have the players in the binder, but Michael Vick has been wonderful for me. He really is someone you need to go out and consider. He's great at throwing on the run, which helps because with his 96 speed, he's able to get everywhere on the field that you really want. And at number 1, we have Patrick Mahomes. He is and will be the best passing quarterback in the game for quite a while. He has the throw power. If you just, it will be expensive, but if you are able to just power him up all the way, 99 throw power and 94 deep accuracy, so you're able to go away from go deep and maybe start working on some other things in your offense that would benefit your offensive line or other positions. This is kind of a step towards he's not going to be 99 speed, and it'll probably be a while before he gets his next upgrade. But the way that everyone loves Mahomes, he might be just getting a 99 straight card that we can add eventually in a couple of months. He really is able to do some dynamic things with him getting the 88 speed. He's able to step up and be right behind Michael Vick and be able to run and do some of the things that he's able to do. His throw on the run is going to be better than Michael Vick, pretty much straight off. His throw under the pressure is the one thing that you're going to need to worry about, and maybe the one thing that you want to bolster up on this card. Really is great. It was fun to watch him this year and excited that they kind of recognized him and made him the best quarterback in the game at this time. Gonna have him on my team. Do your best to go out and maybe use some power up passes to get past some of those points that might be a little bit more expensive and go have a little bit of fun with the best quarterback in the NFL right now. I'm excited to keep bringing you these videos. Make sure you let me know down below if you think some of these players are out of order. We'll continue to bring these top 10s every Sunday and continue to interact on Twitch and Twitter with you. We'll have some of that information coming up here in a bit. I wish you all the best and take care.
Thanks for checking into the Irish Orangutan channel. Keep coming back to keep getting better at Madden and growing your MUT team. There'll be at least 5 videos up a week, so make sure to subscribe and also hit the bell right next to it to make sure you see them all. Come by Twitch to engage or hit me up on Twitter at Irish Orangutan. Take care, everybody.